If you thought that no one surpassed your friend with no future in the art of consuming drugs and alcohol, it's because you didn't know these 7 animals that do more drugs than a philosophy student, a Mr. Olympia, and your favourite celebrity combined. But before we start, remember, 7. The elephant is not only the largest land animal in the world, but also the drunkest. They get drunker than a Japanese salaryman, but unlike us, elephants do not have to spend a fortune to get drunk. They only have to give a little push to a marula tree where its fruits fall to the ground, ready to be consumed by these giants. When consuming this fruit, the elephants start to lose their balance and eventually fall to the ground. You don't want to be around when that happens. Can you imagine a tree that gives out bottles of alcohol? A wet dream for some, a reality for the elephant. In 1974, a herd of 150 elephants in India fulfilled your group of friends' dream: to raid a brewery. These elephants, when they entered the brewery, said, "Great free beers." And after having a big party inside the brewery, they went out into the city. Now imagine, a group of 150 elephants full to the brim with alcohol loose in the city. What could go wrong? Clearly everything. They wreaked havoc in the city, destroyed buildings and killed 5 people. But hey, there was no shortage of laughs. 6. Although elephants aren't the only ones out on a spree, the birds join them too. In the winter of 2018, the residents of Gilbert, a small town in Minnesota, encountered crazed, or rather, drunk. These alcoholic birds wreaked havoc in this small town. They crashed into the windows of houses, crashed into car windshields, or simply fell from the sky, unable to maintain flight. Others could not even walk, and even some simply died out of nowhere. The researchers said that these birds, belonging to the species Bombicilla cedrarum, had consumed overripe fruit containing a high concentration of ethanol, which fermented too early because of unexpected frost that year. In 2020, the journal Animals concluded that there are about 55 species of birds that get drunk on fermented berries. The case of the fruit fly is more curious. These actively seek to get drunk for a reason that you will surely understand and possibly have passed on. A group of researchers at the University of California discovered that male fruit flies, Drosophilia melanogaster, drown their sorrows in alcohol-rich foods when sexually rejected by an unreceptive female. Poor fallen soldiers. It reminds me of me when I get rejected. Bullshit. I don't get rejected because I'm majestically handsome. But flies are not only alcoholic, they also like to hallucinate with mushrooms. You see, there is a fungus called Amanita muscaria, popularly known as fly agaric. And although its name implies that it kills flies, what actually happens is that it stuns them and generates a temporary paralysis. These flies actively seek out this mushroom, although after consuming it, they become easy prey for the toads. But the funny thing about this is that toads, when eating these intoxicated flies, can also feel the side effects of the fungus, such as hallucinations, loss of coordination, nausea, vomiting, excessive salivation, and in exceptional cases, death. Although flies are not the only ones who pay a high price for the Amanita muscaria, reindeer use these hallucinogenic mushrooms to get in touch with their spirituality. Result? Reindeer staggering across the tundra and possibly seeing stars that aren't in the sky flying alongside Rudolph, and an overweight old man in a red suit handing out gifts. 3. Now I'll tell you about the most popular ocean junkies on the internet, dolphins. These charismatic cetaceans bully pufferfish so that the latter release a toxin that they secrete when they feel threatened. Apparently these toxins, although dangerous to humans, dolphins love them. They pass the fish around like a laughing cigar. 2. What would you think if I were to name 2 words that might seem unrelated? Cocaine and sharks. A new analysis of Brazilian sharp-nosed sharks, Rhizoprionodon lalandii, revealed that illicit drugs reach the ocean and contaminate the fish. For the study, researchers dissected 13 sharks accidentally caught by fishermen between September 2021 and August 2023 in the waters of Recreio dos Bandeirantes, a Rio de Janeiro neighbourhood with long, pearly white sand beaches. The team found cocaine and benzoylecgonine, a metabolite produced when cocaine is broken down in the body in the muscle and liver tissues of the 13 animals. Its effects on these sharks are not known exactly. Remember, don't throw your drugs into the ocean, better share. 1. The last animal I'm going to tell you about is probably in your house or your neighbour's house. It's a somewhat irritating and indifferent furry. That's right, I'm talking about cats. Pussycats not only love lasagna but also get high on catnip. These herbs drive them crazy when they see it. They roll on it and then eat it. The pleasure they feel when consuming it is like sexual pleasure. God, how I wish I was a cat. The wretches just sleep, eat and also get high without any consequence. That's right, cats have no side effects with this herb, besides just feeling pleasure. There are more animals that fell into this devil's habit. If you know what they are, please tell us about them. And before you go, remember.
Real heroes don't use drugs.